Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. I am Natalie Mack. I am an independent consultant for Paparazzi Accessories, and you're on my business page, Bella Bling by Natalie. Come on in. I am so excited to be with you tonight. I'm going to be doing a quick training on Google. So when you come in, say hello. Let me know where you are watching me from, and let me know if you have any questions. I might just be able to answer them. So come on in. I'm going to go ahead and find myself on my phone and share it out. And we're going to talk about Google for small business owners. All right. We're coming in and we're talking about Google for small business owners. So come on in. If you're one of my regular customers, say hey. If you are a paparazzi consultant, said hello, hello. I am not selling tonight. This is not a live to sell. This is only a training. So if you're a customer, you can hang around, because if you have another business or your own business, then this would really be helpful for you. If you are a consultant, say hey, let me know. Come on in. I'm going to find myself on my phone and I'm going to get started, okay? So we won't be long. I just want to make sure that I can see myself over here. Let me make sure my volume is down. Y'all know how that is. Okay, all right. So let me know if you have any questions. Even if you catch this later and you catch the replay, comment hashtag replay. If you have any questions during the replay watch, or if you're joining me now, just go ahead and show me the questions. Go ahead and post the questions. If you're a consultant, say, hey, this is no live. I should have put that. No selling in this. This is not a live to sell. I am not selling jewelry. Okay, so I love learning all things Google, you all. And so as a business owner who has an online store, it's really important to know about how to launch that store, how to get it out into the massive public eye, right? And so if you don't understand Google, you could have a little bit of an issue because, and you know, you have to tell me if you know why, because Google is what it is. It does things so well. It is one of the largest search engines, okay? And actually, it has, oh my gosh, over 4 billion users that are actually using Google on a regular basis. So if you are coming on in now, say, hey, we're talking about Google. I'm not selling anything, so come on in. If you're a paparazzi consultant, say hello. My name is Natalie, and you're on my business page, Bella Bling by Natalie. So I love talking about Google. So you can share this out to other consultants who would be, you know, that you think would be, want to see it, want to hear what I got to say. So the first main point about Google is if your SEO is not tight, then focusing on the channels that you can have in a Shopify store isn't going to make much difference. So say hey to me if you're watching me and you have questions, come on in. So y'all get that. This is a Google training. So for the consultants that have a Shopify store, or if you're in another small business and you have online presence, you can have different channels set up in your Shopify store, right? But listen, the issue is that if your SEO is not tight, if it's not together, then it really doesn't matter a whole lot about all these channels. It really does not matter, okay? So what does that mean? What does SEO? So who's watching? Tell me what SEO actually means. And I'm going to go ahead and send this out into a couple of places that I actually should have sent it to, and I didn't do that. So let me know. What are you thinking? What is SEO? Who knows what SEO? Come on in and let me know if you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about SEO. All right, and I'm not seeing any comments, so I don't want to assume that that you know. All right, I don't want to assume that you know. So come on in and let me see if I can see any comments. I don't see. Hey, 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 Crystal. Hey, Valerie. So I'm not doing any selling during this live. I'm talking about Google. So if you have a small business, and Crystal, you love Google. So hey, girl, you know I love it. So come on in and let me know. All right. So what I was talking about with Google is for those who are small business owners, and I'll repeat myself again. Okay. If you have a Shopify store as an example, and you can set up channels, right? So that's all fine and good, and that is something you want to do for Shopify. But listen, if your SEO isn't tight, you're not going to do but so much. You need to work on your SEO. So what is SEO? Search engine optimization. So we're talking about Google. Google has over 4 billion users. That means, it even has become a verb. When people say Google it, what are they talking about? They're saying pull up your Google search and plug in what you need to know, and Google will spit it back out to you. Not like, they're not going to spit it, but it's going to give you the answers. It's going to give you way more answers than what you really want to know. But depending upon the keywords that you search, you will probably get some really good answers to what you're trying to find. Okay, so that is search engine optimization. So listen, if you have a small business and you have an online presence and you're trying to launch it out there, you need to understand how Google can help you, but you got to understand Google in order for Google to help you. It's not going to help you if you don't know what you're doing. And so how can you learn about search engine optimization? How can you learn about Google? You can learn about Google by Googling things, right? You can learn about Google by going to YouTube and doing lots of trainings and listening to different videos about how to understand search engine optimization. But that's not all Google is, but it is really critical that you understand that SEO stands for search engine optimization. So when you plug things into Google, you want answers, right? And so it's really important that you understand what keywords mean, okay? Keywords basically are words that people have plugged in different places on like their website and things like that, that should allow you, the searcher, you, the person on Google trying to find their information, it should connect you with that website. If the owner of the website has done a good job in putting in really specific keywords, okay? Now, those of us in the paparazzi consultant business who, if you have a Shopify store, all right, or another store where your products are available to the public, it's really important that on that website, on that Shopify store, you have put keywords that are really important. And if you have a Shopify store, you understand where you can go and upload your order inventory into products. And on the product page, you have the ability to put tags. Those tags will help people find that particular product, which means you're helping your SEO be even better. Okay, so any questions so far? I don't see any questions. Let me look and see. Let me see. All right, yes, Crystal says yes. Hey, Miss Jeanette. Hey, I am not selling. You all can share this out to anybody that you know that has a small business. It will be available on my YouTube channel as well, okay? So for those who are consultants, it's really important. If you have a Shopify store, you have spent a lot of time and money getting that Shopify store up, or you're considering getting a Shopify store. If you have inventory, you want to consider strongly getting a Shopify store or some type of website where your products can live. All right. Now, if you wait a long time when you have amassed a lot of inventory, it is a very arduous process. It takes a long time. Shopify is very reasonable. For in our business, for a $5 item, you sell 6, that's $30. You can go ahead and put it and pay $29 a month for the Shopify store. So it's not terribly expensive. It's very doable. Sell 6 pieces of jewelry, you got it, okay? So you don't want to wait till you have a lot of jewelry, because then you have to upload and it takes a long time. So once you've gotten past that point, then you wonder, okay, where is everybody, right? I got my Shopify store. They don't know you exist. So you have to do some things to let people know your Shopify store exists. We have had a lot of trainings, right, as paparazzi consultants about things we need to do to let people know our Shopify store exists. But if you have one and you want Google to help you get it out to the public, then you need to understand SEO, like I've been talking about. You need to understand the importance of keywords. And for us in Paparazzi to have Shopify stores, that would be the tag area of your product, okay? So you're not just tagging color, you're tagging style, you're tagging like if it's a fashion fix piece or a life of the party piece, you are going to be tagging if it's short or if it's long, all the descriptives, okay, you want to definitely put in the tags. You cannot put too many tags, and you can even save your tags so that you can quickly get to them and populate them in the tag section of each product, okay? Any questions so far? I'm not selling jewelry. This is not allowed to sell. This is a Google training. If you're a paparazzi consultant, say, hey, come on in. If you're a regular customer, say, hey to me too. I love to chat with you. If you have any questions, even during the replay, go ahead and post the questions and you can share this live, okay? It's a public live. Anybody has a small business, not just paparazzi consultants, all right? So we got that about keywords, right? So all of that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention is there's something called Google Analytics. We know what Google is, and we know what analytics is, so you put them together. You need to set up a Google Analytics account. Why is that important? Because you have a website that you want to know how it is performing out in Google land, right? And you won't know unless you set up a Google Analytics account. So Google that, Google Analytics, and look through the instructions on how to set up an account. I might do a training on it in a little bit. I am going to also be doing a training maybe later tonight, but if not, very soon, on how to correct those pesky, irritating, annoying errors that we get on Google when we are uploading our products to Shopify and Google kicks it back and says error. I need to do a training on that. I think I should just go ahead and do it afterwards, this one. So in any case, set up a Google Analytics account. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is I mentioned the channels on your Shopify. Google channel needs to be on there, okay? You can also launch something called Buy on Google, B-U-Y, Buy on Google, okay? Now, what's the difference between the Google channel and the Buy on Google, all right? The difference is that if you have Buy on Google, people who are searching on Google for like this necklace as an example, or these earrings, or this bracelet here, any of the paparazzi jewelry that we have, if they're searching for it, then if you have a Buy on Google account set up, then that customer can buy directly on Google without leaving Google. Now, why is that key? Because, y'all, no offense to anybody, I'm talking about me, but because we lazy. We don't want to leave the platform. Why do you stay on Facebook? Because you're scrolling and you're scrolling and you're scrolling, right? And one thing catches your eye and the next thing, and before you know it, how much time has passed? The same thing when you're on Google. People don't want to leave the platform. So if you have a Buy on Google account, then people can purchase your product right there, check out, and stay on Google. And that is something that people love. So you want to consider not just the Google channel on your Shopify, but Buy on Google account as well. All right, so those are some things that you really want to look at. Try to think what the last thing is. Let me see if we have any questions while I'm talking. Any questions? Thank you for sharing, Jeanette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you have any questions at all when you watch the replay, let me know. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to launch this, okay, video. It will live on my Bella Bling by Natalie YouTube channel. I'll probably link the put that in the comments for people who later watch and want to go over and check out some of the other videos that I have on my YouTube channel. You can do that. All right. Leave me some comments here if this helped, if you have questions you need me to answer, clarify anything else about Google. But it's really important that we take advantage of this awesome search engine. But in order to take advantage, we have to understand it. And it's not terribly difficult. in all areas. Some are like the errors that you get when you upload your product. So I will come back on and do a live about that. But I'll probably actually, I think what I need to do for that one is I need to go on Zoom, because I will have to share my Shopify page so you can see what I'm doing to correct the error, so you can learn. So that video won't be live. It will be on Zoom, but it will be posted in my Bella Bling by Natalie YouTube channel. Okay, so I will link that in the comments. Probably in the description as well, 2 places once I finish this live. If you have any questions, like I said, post them there. But do your due diligence, and your understanding about search engine optimization is really key, is really critical. You cannot maximize Google if you don't understand it. And to go a step further, all right, because on my YouTube channel, I do talk about channels and all, and I do go into what I'm getting ready to say now, but I'll say it here as well. You want to make sure that you have some type of SEO optimizer, search engine optimization. You want to have an app on your Shopify that optimizes your Shopify website's search engine, okay? If you don't have an app that does that, then you got to be the app. You have to be the app, meaning you have to do even more research about search engine optimization, and you got to then plug in all that research that you learn into your website to make it optimized efficiently, okay? So it's easier to get an app to do it, but they do cost. So it is a business expense and a business write-off. So don't get too twisted about it, because listen, if you spent the money and the time and the energy to set up a Shopify website, it's no time to step back and say, oh, I'm not going to do that, because you want your website to be launched to Google. And if it's not launched correctly and it's not optimized, you're wasting your time with your Shopify. Okay, so it all has to make sense, right? So it's kind of like you don't sign up for youth soccer and be all frustrated when the coach or someone says, hey, I need you to bring fruit. I need you to bring sip-ups for the kids. I need you to, do the party at the end of the year, right? It's all part of what you signed up for. So understand these are business expenses, and they can be written off with your taxes if you keep accurate records. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to go ahead and end it, and I will be doing, like I said, a Zoom on the Google errors that are so pesky and annoying, and you just hate them, right? So, all right, but it will have to be a Zoom, and it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, all right? So thank you so much for coming on and joining me. I appreciate you all, and I'm going to go ahead and end, and I will be back for more trainings, but there are already some on my Bella Bling by Natalie YouTube channel, okay? All right, take care.